This is the Morning Swim Show from Monday, November 22nd, 2010. I'm your host, Peter Bush, in the Phoenix Monitor today. We'll talk to Simon Burnett. The British freestyler is on a roll right now, swimming faster than he has in years. Simon joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from Tucson. Hey, Simon, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You got your mojo back?
Well, I don't know about that, but we're moving in the right direction anyway.
All right, you've been very honest about your struggles for years and years and years. Just, after you graduated, things weren't clicking. What has changed for the better?
Well, I think my approach to training and our approach to training here has really changed over the last just over the last 12 months, really. Here at Arizona, we've got a nice little postgraduate team going, and the coaches are just starting to take that a little more seriously than they were. As you know, swimming has just been changing so much in the last really just couple of years in terms of the approach to training, and I think that's led by the fact that athletes on average are getting older. We're able to stay in this sport a bit longer. There's a bit more money in it, so people aren't having to retire as early. And that's a theme that Frank and Rick and Whit have really taken on board here. We've got our postgrad group going. We're starting to take it a bit more seriously, and just approaching training a bit more differently for those of us who are aging in years.
So what does that mean? Just more intensity, less yardage?
Sort of. Yeah. I mean that's kind of how it's going. You play into your strengths a little bit more as you get older. You just you're naturally a little bit stronger, but also you don't have the ability to come back and train as hard as you did perhaps the day before, like when you're an 18-year-old. It takes longer to recover in between workouts. But I think for somebody like myself who's been swimming for I don't know, 20 years, we have the background where we don't have to be doing that super intense, aerobic sets all the time and a lot of yardage, and we just play on our strengths instead.
At Commonwealth Games, that 48.5 got you the silver medal in the 100 free, fastest time you've swum in a long time. When you touched the wall, is there a big sigh of relief from you?
It wasn't a sigh of relief. There was probably a scream. I'm actually glad at the end of the race that the camera zoomed in on Brent, because he was celebrating away, and rightly so. Because if it shown both of us, people probably would have thought I was a bit of an idiot, because I was celebrating, I think, almost as much, maybe more than Brent was. And I got silver, so people might have thought that I thought I'd won or something. But I obviously I knew he'd won. But I was just so thrilled with how I swam, not knowing, of course, how fast I was going to go in that meet. And I don't know, it really gave me what I needed. It's been a long time coming, and really that was going to be my meet. I think if things hadn't clicked there, I was content to just kind of call it a career. But that's given me what I needed to go at least till next year.
Well, hopefully at least till 2012.
Well, I'm just going to take it a year at a time. At the moment, I'm really enjoying it, and it's really easy to say that when you're swimming well by your own standards. I'm obviously thrilled with how things are going at the moment, and I'm just going to try and enjoy it. I'm just going to try and ride it out, because it's been so long since I've had a good surprise at the end of a race.
Well, if you're swimming that fast, it completely changes the chances for Britain to have medal contending relays in 2012 as well. So, I mean, not to add more pressure now, but I mean, I'm sure that's going to be going through the head of Denny Persley and some of the swimmers back in your homeland, that, hey, look, if we've got this guy as the centerpiece for our free relays, or as our anchor guy maybe on a medley, I mean, that's got to be cause for optimism.
Yeah, our 4x100 freestyle relay is the best that it's ever been this year. And even Adam Brown, one of our guys, was sick at Commonwealth Games. Well, no, he wasn't sick, but he had his appendix out a few weeks before the Commonwealth Games, so he'd been out of the water a little bit. And even with that, we still had the best team that we've had in a long time. And I think we're ranked top 5 in the world this year. And so it's been a progression, and we certainly see it going that way. And I know British swimming and Michael Scott and Dennis Pursley, as you mentioned, are beginning to take the relays more seriously. And it's nice that we're finally getting that support and that recognition. And hopefully it's gonna do a lot moving into 2012.
Well, it's glad to see you back where you want to be. You got any big plans for the holidays?
Yeah, actually, my girlfriend Whitney Myers and her family are going to Hawaii, so I'm going to join them for Christmas. So that should be very nice.
Yeah, I'd say. Tell Whitney we said hi.
I will.
Simon, thanks a lot for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Peter.
All right, that's Simon Burnett joining us in the Finis Monitor from Tucson. That's it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.